Hey guys, this is Brandon, your trusted realtor, and we're back to get you ready to buy a home. Now, before I've said some things about the process of buying a home, and I've said that it starts with a lender, and that is 100% the case. But I didn't really give you the tools or any context or questions to ask when you're considering vetting a lender and with whom you should trust. Now, it seems like every bank sells mortgages. We've all heard that credit unions are the best for a host of reasons, but what information are you using to draw these conclusions? So let's start with this. What's the difference between a mortgage broker and a traditional lender? Let's start by talking about the difference between the two. Now, when you're choosing between a mortgage broker and a traditional lender, whether you're buying your first home or you're looking to refinancing, understanding the difference, the pros and the cons of these options is critical to your financing journey. So let's talk about mortgage brokers in general. Now, a mortgage broker acts as a middleman between you and a potential lender. They work with you, and I do not have a microphone on. Hey guys, it's Brandon, your trusted realtor, and we're back to get you ready to buy a home. Now, before I may have said some things about the home buying process and how it all starts with a lender, and that is 100% true. Yet I realized I didn't give you any tools or questions to consider when vetting and rendering a decision about whom you should work with. Now, it seems like every bank sells mortgages. We've all heard that credit unions are the best place for a host of different reasons, but what information are you using to draw these conclusions? So let's start with what's the difference between a mortgage broker and a traditional lender. Let's start with talking about these differences because you're choosing between a mortgage broker and a traditional lender, and what does that look like for you? Now, whether you are a first-time home buyer or you're looking to refinance, understanding the difference, the pros and the cons of these options is critical for your financial journey. Now, let's jump in and talk about generally what a mortgage broker is. Now, a mortgage broker acts as a middleman between you and a potential lender. They work on your behalf to find the best mortgage rates and terms from a variety of different lenders. Now, brokers are particularly beneficial if you have unique circumstances like less than perfect credit, for example. Now, the major advantage of using a mortgage broker includes a personalized service, access to a wide range of lenders, and potential savings in time and money. They can negotiate on your behalf and often secure better rates than you might get on your own. However, there are maybe a couple downsides of things to consider, and I don't even consider them downsides. In fact, brokers may charge a fee for their services, which could be paid by you or the lender. And also, not all lenders work with brokers, so you might miss on some direct lending options. An example is there are certain lenders that say, hey, I'll give you a credit for down payment if you work with us directly. Now, let's talk about traditional lending. Now, when you're moving on to a traditional lender, these are banks or credit unions that provide mortgages directly to you. Now, dealing with a traditional lender means that you're working directly with the institution funding your loan. Now, the pros you ask of this is direct interaction. Now, potentially lower costs since there is no middleman and the convenience of having all your financial services under one roof if you choose to bank where you already have accounts. Now, on the flip side, traditional lenders may offer less flexibility, especially if you have a unique financial situation, if you have credit challenges, or you're not immediately ready to buy a home. Their rates and terms might not be as negotiable, and the process can sometimes be slower and more bureaucratic. Now, what should home buyers be considering? Now, regardless of where you are, you should, as a home buyer, consider the financial situation that you are in, your credit score, how much legwork you're willing to do, and whether you value a personalized service over a more preferred direct approach. Whether you choose a mortgage broker or a traditional lender, make sure that you're informed and that you're comfortable with the decision and with whom you're working with. Leverage your realtor and his or her network of mortgage professionals. Interview them. Shop around with a lender to determine who's going to offer you the best terms. Your home is one of the biggest investments that you'll make. So choose the path that aligns best with your financial goals and your personal preferences. And happy house hunting. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe and stay tuned in and in tune for the latest and greatest in the real estate process. Take care.